Mitchell's got 8 points.
Intelligent decision by Mitchell, using the pick and roll to break up the defense and get open.
Here's Exum. No good with a jumper from the wing. New York leading by 5. Right side, Mitchell. Pass to Collison. Back to Mitchell. Here's Collison. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. Better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half.
17.
New York out in front, up 3. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. We've got second half action for you. And if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Now here's Exum. A moment here for an injury report.
Thanks. I got some news from New Orleans head athletic trainer. They told me it's a collapsed lung, a serious situation, and we're all hoping that he's okay. Recovery time is still up in the air, but guys, one thing's for sure, a return tonight is out of the question.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Always on top of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. Even with the advancements in strength training, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
At the line for the
New Orleans shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Outside Mitchell. Wide open look. It's hauled in by Exum.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
Here's Smith. The rebound by Yabusele. New Orleans trails by 3. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Exum outside. Here's Yabusele for the tie. Drains the triple. He's got 5.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for New York. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Mitchell's got 12 points. Here's Exum. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Oh, what a powerful finish. You could feel the impact.
Oh, he's going to be bragging about that one later, and for good reason too, man.
Well, that's what poor defense will get you. They deserve to get dunked on there.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Pass to Brand, who poked away. Outside Mitchell. It's deflected. Driving in. Yabusele.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
New Orleans shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And that one drops, so now they lead by 1.
2 shots.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Well, not a perfect trip to the line, but he gets the one he needed to put them in the driver's seat.
Collison can't hit. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Exum outside. Drills it from deep. Exum's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
From deep, Mitchell. The rebound by Yabusele. Here's New Orleans now. They're on a 13-4 run. Here he goes. And he makes it on the layup. And it's a 6-point New Orleans lead.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Collison with the bucket. New Orleans calls timeout. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Chalmers. He's scoreless. Pass to Kellogg. It's tipped. Here's Brand. 14 feet away. Good. He hits the jumper. And now it's just a 2-point New Orleans lead.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. It's New Orleans. They lead by a bucket. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Here's Collison. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Johnson.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Fareed. The shot misses. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Pass to Collison. Smith outside. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him. Here's Chalmers. Johnson with it. He's picked up by Hardaway. The 3 is up. He buries it from 3. Neither team able to build a lead and sustain it.
After 6 lead changes, it feels like it could come down to one big play.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for New Orleans?
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
Yeah, and one thing I think they should continue doing is attacking the break. Because right now, this defense has no answer for them when they do this.
And we played through about a minute here in the 4th. Pass to Kellogg.
New York foul. Elton Brand. Second personal foul. First team foul.
The home team on D. It's stolen by Wembanyama.
Nice defense, reading the play, using some quick hands to take it away. Yeah, and it's Wembanyama's length that leads to the steal and gets them out and running.
New Orleans calls timeout. Keeping us us updated from the sideline. Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well during the last break, I heard Mike D'Antoni as he talked with the team. He likes the way they're finishing inside. Coach said when we get close, we are golden. They can't stop us in there. Let's keep pounding it as long as we can.
Thank you for that, Allie. Yabusele. And that one's good. Hollins.
And you can tell by how hard he battled for that putback that he still has a lot of energy left for the end of this game.
Well, that's all about effort. He knows how much each bucket means right now, and he's clearly willing to fight for it.
Winslow with the ball. He's picked up by Hardaway. Boy, this lead is razor thin.
Yeah, B.A., and there's a chance to extend that right here.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Wembanyama. Oh, the body control and balance from Wemby.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
And they'll keep possession. And he makes it.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Outside Mitchell. From the high post. Rebounded by Winslow. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Exum gets the bucket.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
So the first one drops. And that ties this game up. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
Pass to Green. Now here's Exum. Here's Yabusele. Tipped. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Mitchell. Cleared away by Hollins. Here's New Orleans now. Oh, got a piece of it. Hardaway with it. Winslow picks him up. Here's Smith. Money.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
New Orleans foul. First personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker.
Donovan Mitchell.
And he does get the second one. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. Here's Exum.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he's able to hit the second one. And that'll put him up 2. New Orleans calls timeout. What's the best strategy for him?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
Exum outside. From 15 feet away. Oh, offline! And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line, leaving this one out of reach.
And as it goes out of bounds, New Orleans will keep possession. Eight seconds left in the fourth quarter. Yabusele. And it's all from three-point range. So New York wins it. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to...
Still don't know 10 and ain't a soul that's gonna take from me. I done life be fairy tale, they be make believe. If I tell her I'll be right back, yeah, she gon' wait for me. I love model every name from A to Z. Yeah, these got me, these got me. How the these mad at me cause I got rich? They mad at me cause these went broken, they need fix. They ain't give me nothing, I ain't giving no grown man. These handshakes get weirder and weirder. Look at every man eye to eye, I don't fear them. These little that worse for them. I ain't buy my other the purse in a minute. I ain't take a pretty to Turks in a minute. I ain't put no in a minute. I ain't been on earth in a minute. I always talk to God, but I ain't been to church in a minute. Crosses on my pants, I'm a Christian for real. Vixens for real. At the end of it, I stand on business for real. Throw it like money over. I know how I feel to be the streets up. Bang roll kinda small, gotta beef it up. It's forever with us, we don't got it. I put it on your head, look, keep it up. Yeah. 30 rounds and ones, 30 on me. Go around and make it. Keep on acting like you have emotion, you just in a way. Ain't never too far from this, I'm just a flight away. I seen trip and fall, I tie up they shoelaces. Young fly lip, got rich on suitcases. Ain't slept since. It seems like 5 days since. Every time I hold up my wrist, it's a new face. I shouldn't got a whip for her. She came to my convention. She texting these. She give me a commission. Only time he could get at me is my mentions. Buy for it, get it tailored, I know her dimension. She's so in love with CC, it's all over her wish list. They took her to the back room, I let her get the big. Full of envy, don't put them in your business. I let you go for whatever you want and she ain't get. I'm 800 and on chrome jean, camo shirts and a long sleeve. I'll be gone for a month or two, I'm knocking off this money. I gotta keep some racks inside my reach, get lonely.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. And New York has possession. To the wing on the left. Wembanyama screen. Smith. Giannis with the rebound. Left side Mitchell. Pass to Rodman. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Mitchell. The kick out to Edwards. Clock is at 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway. From deep, Jordan. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. And here's New York now. An open look for Smith. And it falls all over the rim and in.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
From deep, Mitchell. And it's New York with a rebound. Smith right side. Wembanyama screen. Smith no good. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball.
Hey, that's just not a smart pass. It's as simple as that. It was not a smart pass.
First quarter, just over a minute played. To the left wing. Wembanyama screen. Smith, that one's good. Smith's got 5 points.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Jordan. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
Unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. It wasn't needed. Could have just kept it simple and taken the easy shot.
Mitchell misses.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
And Clark, Giannis is an endearing player in many ways. Which one of his dad jokes is your favorite?
Tell you what, B.A., I can't pick out a favorite, but I love the fact that he's got such a great sense of humor and a sense of being comfortable in his own skin. That all comes out when he interacts with the media.
Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man.
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim. Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
And he's going for the oop here. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Brand. And he dunks it down.
Yeah, and it's Wembanyama's length that leads to the steal and gets them out and running.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
A minute 31 left in the opening quarter. Antetokounmpo inside. And it's New York with a rebound. Wembanyama with it. Jackson in his pocket. Pass to Hardaway. From down in the low post, it goes.
Tip your hat to Hardaway Jr. there, guys. I mean, even in the face of aggressive defense, he stays focused and delivers.
Doncic outside. This one for three. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. New York leading by 9. A nice shot by Mitchell.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, guys, I mean, this crowd is in awe of that Mitchell dunk. Heck, I'm in awe, too.
Lillard with the bucket.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
For three, Hardaway. Out to Lillard. Outside Mitchell. Fires for three. And so it's New York going into the break up 12. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for New York.
They've made an effort to get out and run, using their speed in transition and scoring before the defense can get set.
One other factor today, points off the shot. Nasty right
Down
there.
it
Oh,
goes.
my goodness, that was wicked.
What a nasty finish.
Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards. Love to see you operate like that.
They get it again. Smith outside. Shoots a fadeaway. They get it back. Outside Mitchell. Back to Smith. is only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
This is something Mitchell is only getting better at, finding ways to get his guys good shots.
It's good.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
And there's a pick. The three, Smith. Nope, that doesn't drop. He's now 3 for 8 in the contest. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. Houston shooting their first free throw in this game.
Not only is Maxey solid and efficient from the line, but he gets there quite a bit too.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Houston trails by 9. To the left side wing. To the middle. Rejected by Mitchell.
Excellent defense from Mitchell. His coaches and teammates appreciate his hard work.
And here's Edwards outside. Hardaway grabs the board.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
I love his mentality. Not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates. And he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor.
And they're running. Fires the three. Rodman with a rebound. The ball's knocked loose. And stolen by Hardaway. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, and the jam by Wembanyama.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Houston shooting their second and third shots at the line here. Free throw's good. Jordan.
At the line for your home team, Michael.
He does not get the second one.
Hey, although he's young, Jordan has already proven he belongs and he's here to stay. Athletic, creative. This guard does not lack confidence one bit.
Home team basketball.
Houston trails by 13. Out to the right wing. Can't hit that one. Good D by Hardaway. Smith outside. And that one drops. And New York leads by 15.
Smith shoots such a solid percentage from the floor because he doesn't take bad shots. He typically takes good ones.
And here's Edwards outside. Doesn't go in. 2 for 4 in this game.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Jacks up a 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Leaving absolutely nothing on the table right now. Their focus and execution has been outstanding.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
For 3, Maxey drains the triple. Maxey's got 4 points in the quarter.
Big time answer by Maxey. Boy, was he dialed in there.
And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point.
Keep the bag, King Walker.
Let's go, get some money, they playing. I told her take this Stop playing. I'm tired of buying jewelry, finna buy some land. They still tryna figure out who I am, who I be. Talking to the weed. They say money talk, put diamonds in my teeth. I be Louis down with Jordans on my feet. Best up in your yard like trick or treat. You better play your cards right, you better not ever reach. For this chain over here, I put you. Yeah.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight it'll be the Celtics going up against New York. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. So New York wins the tip. Smith inside. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. To the right side. Here's Harrison. No good on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
They grabbed their own miss. Smith for three. Jokic grabs the miss. And here's Boston. Lays it up off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here is Smith. Wembanyama, a screen. Back to Hardaway. From downtown. New York, no good that time either. Edwards with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And now Wembanyama pushing it up with no one back to stop him.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
The shot's good from Smith.
Such a reflexive shooter. Smith rarely needs any time to get set up and fire.
Pass to Grant. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
Perfect execution on that screen and roll. Grant showing off that IQ there.
Hardaway with it. Picked up by Edwards. Hardaway with a wide open look. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Mitchell. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. New York moving it around. And again, New York with the triple.
And don't give Mitchell too many of those looks. Once he gets in rhythm, it is hard to stop him. A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And New York making a change here. Here's New York. They're on an 11-2 run. Hardaway, that's a two-pointer. Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Mitchell. From the top of the key, he buries it. Mitchell's got 5 now.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal. Now that's a needle in a haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Excellent pass from Mitchell. His teammates are so fortunate to have a guy to make them better.
Fires it up. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Hardaway. Wembanyama, a screen. And Hardaway gets it to go.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Here's Banchero. And so it's New York. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible.
17.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for New York.
And they've made a point of pounding the offensive boards, turning those rebounds into points. It's been a great effort.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to talk to his guys.
And your Lakers 6-3.
So Boston going with almost an entire new group here.
Make some noise, fans.
Stolen by Brand. Pass to Mitchell. Lillard, right side. Back to Mitchell. This one for 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Coaches love Gilgeous-Alexander, and the way that he's working, he's refusing to give in against that kind of airtight defense.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. People in the know how good of a defender he is.
Second team foul.
Boston trails by 10. Here he goes. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Boston shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. The first one falls.
Paul Arizin at the line for...
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. New York leading by 8. Smith with it. Picked up by Edwards. Back to Lillard. In the corner, Smith with it. Launches it. And Jokic with the rebound.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Mitchell looking it over. Pulls up. It's hauled in by Jokic.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And that's good. Donovan Mitchell for 3.
For 3.
Mitchell's got the lead up to 11 now for New York. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Smith outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Smith hits them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And Gilgeous-Alexander has that length to be able to extend up to the rim.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Pass to Edwards. Inside. Out to the wing. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Smith. Finished off the break. Smith's got 6 points.
And look at Smith powering through there and using his size so well.
Over to the wing. They set the pick. Jokic lumbering in. And Jokic throws it down.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, having settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Gilgeous-Alexander. A slam by Jokic.
And Jokic long enough to get to that ball and control it.
The shot by Mitchell, no good.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach.
So you're saying that he's out there right now protesting in some form or fashion?
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Hardaway for 3. Out to Smith. Mitchell is double. Back to Smith. Missed it. Even after all those chances. Edwards' shot is good. Edwards got it back down to within single digits for the Celtics. Smith fires from way outside. Arizon grabs the board. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The Celtics shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
At the line with 1 shot.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
In that 2018 draft, you think about those names, Doncic, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Boy, that's a lot to begin with.
Here's Grant. And so it's New York in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And we've got more in 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Boston trails by 8. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Screen by Grant. Down low. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Grant's got the first points of the second half here for Boston. Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop it, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game. That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
And Jokic throws it down.
Wait a minute. Jokic has got some vertical, too? Wow.
And Mitchell launches it from deep. The quick look, no good that time. Boston trails by 3. Grant, that's good. Grant's got 6 points.
Yeah, it's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Pass to Smith. New York, no good that time either. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
And here's Edwards from the arc. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
The ball goes to your home team.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. New York with the ball. Feeds away. And it's Victor Wembanyama with the 3. Wembanyama's got his second basket of the game. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Boston trailing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by Hardaway. Looking to get it going. And J.R. Smith with the slam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Baseline J on the way. Again, the miss by the Celtics. New York leading by 4. Smith for 3. Smith missing again. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the third. Lets it go from the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Pass to Mitchell. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Mitchell missing.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down.
Oh, that was something else.
Man, what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down. They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Pass to Grant. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Grant to end the run. And the dunk by Grant.
And you know, that level of physicality that Grant brings inside is awesome to watch. He does a great job with finishing with that power above the rim.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all. That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Now off the inbound.
Perfect timing on the rejection there. This is the type of defense Brand can play.
And you have to prevent him from getting to the paint, unless you want to see a highlight.
On the left block, and the shot is good. Smith's got 14.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. New York leads by 7. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. New York leading by 7. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
All the officials are all over that one.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for New York.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace, and that's produced some easy scores.
Irving from long range. It's rebounded by New York. Here is Brand. There's the triple. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Boston trails by 9. A crossover. A beautiful finish inside by Ant.
And he's a true inside-out threat. Edwards wants to score from everywhere on the floor.
Hardaway, no good.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
So you're saying that he's out there right now protesting in some form or fashion?
Driving in, and the shot goes in.
Oh, a nice find by Kyrie that time, balancing his offensive attack.
We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach Taylor Jenkins talked to his team during the break. Now, he heaped praise on the defense. He said, the pressure's great. I love it. Keep making them make mistakes, guys. It's working. He thinks they're on the right track here. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who are you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Here's Harrison. Oh, good with the triple.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And Smith puts up a deep three. The rebound by the Celtics. Left side, Grant. Pass to Arizon. Doubled by Smith. Grant. And the rejection by Smith. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. To Grant. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 on the clock. A three-pointer is right on target. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Seems like Gilgeous-Alexander's next shot is never far off. He can get the bucket they need.
Boston trails by 4. To the paint. And the rejection by Smith. On the wing, Mitchell. On the money from 12 feet away. And New York leads by 6.
And this is routine for Mitchell. He doesn't need much space to feel comfortable elevating.
The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
So whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
55 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Screen by Grant. Corner shot. Got it! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
He is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Second shot opportunity. Yes!
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
It's rebounded by New York. And Benyama with it. Now defended by Grant. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Offline with his 3.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You can bet that's what they're looking for this late in the game. They need that
3. 15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
And he commits the intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Well, they just need a solid play right now, and Coach going through his index cards to find one to get something going.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
It's stolen by Smith. And so they...